Hello! This is a bad video by Jenna Strawberry. This one is dedicated to Shoe0nHead. You may not know about Shoe0nHead, but she is on YouTube. And I want to say thank you to her for single-handedly taking on the pedophiles, because nobody wants to talk about that, obviously, but it really doesn't help not to have anyone say, no, I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's nice. I don't think that that's a sexuality to be a pedophile, because there are people on the internet. If you don't know this, there are people on the internet who just use a fake name or something so that no one knows, because obviously it's illegal. To have sex with children is illegal, okay? And it's disgusting. So this is most people's reaction is just like throwing up until you die, so that you just don't look at it anymore, because that's your only reaction. Or some people just think it's fake, like a bunch of spam fake stuff, because they just don't want to face it. Okay, but I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, and right now, and for years now, there have been court cases, mostly women, court cases against men in the organization who raped them when they were children, secretly, and kept it a secret from everyone. They told on them even, and then nothing was done appropriately. They have their own way that they handle it by just shaming them or whatever, but they don't tell anyone what they did. Sometimes they don't even do anything publicly if no one knows about it, and they think that's okay, but they don't understand, obviously, the bad ramifications of not doing anything when a person wants to have sex with children and does it. Okay? Don't do that. Nobody. If that's where you are, some person, that's your next move, do anything you have to do so that that's not your next move. Okay? And you are allowed to talk about it in therapy with a counselor. You know, you might have to go through a lot of counselors that might not want to be your counselor, or not be able to cope or help or understand what your problems are. But there are people out there who understand that a person who sees themselves as a pedophile needs psychotherapy, okay? Because you shouldn't have to do that. It shouldn't be your only option. If you think that's your only option, you're having some other problems. So I have some compassion, not empathy, because I can't put myself in that place. I just can't. But I am sorry for them. But I don't want people placating each other and giving each other a weird cult around, like, which children they want to rape, okay? That's very fucked up. And so Shoe0nHead has been making videos back at the pedophiles to tell them what the fuck, but she's funny, she keeps it together, and her parents are obviously not pedophiles. Her good parents, they have kept her from being raped, because otherwise you can't keep it together, okay? You can't keep it together from the anger. And anyway, that's not the only reason. She's brave. She's brave, and she hangs out in funny places on the internet just for fun, because she's old school, but not because she's a pedophile. And the pedophiles are just fucking there, talking about what age of children is their favorite to want to rape, whether they've done it or not. And it is so nauseating. It is so just like kill yourself. That's what people want to say. If they have to face it, it's just kill yourself then, because nobody wants you. And that's not helpful though, is it? That's not giving someone a way out or an alternative. Because, yes, they could just kill themselves, but they probably won't, okay? If that's what they wanted to do, then they probably would have done it, or that would be their problem, not this, okay? So it's a sexual problem. And it is complex. It's some kind of personal sexual problem where they don't want to have sex with adults, even though they are one. If you want to know about a normal, healthy adult sexual range, you could watch that movie about Kinsey, the Kinsey scale. There's some movie about Kinsey if you Googled it. I'm sure you'd find the title. But there's a whole movie about I forget his first name, some guy with the last name Kinsey, and he was married. He had normal sex with his wife, but at the time, normal sex was very awkward, and so they had to discover it, and it was like partway through their marriage that they actually got a little more sexy with each other, and they were encouraging other people. They were doing surveys, like studies where they just asked people questions about their real sexual behavior, and then they found out everyone's being deviant or whatever, but it's not a deviant then if everyone likes butt sex, you know what I mean? And so stop trying to arrest everyone for butt sex with adults, you know? That's not a rape. Like, let them do it then, and just stop judging everyone. And so that's what the movie's about. That's what, also, yeah, the Kinsey scale itself is about the range between heterosexuality to homosexuality, and that people are on a scale, and, you can be all the way to just opposite sex only that you're attracted to. Some people are somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle, but I think I'm more to the male side, but I probably just think that because that's been my experience and that was my culture growing up, and so that's what I had. So if I grew up somewhere else, maybe I would be more into girls, but I think I'd still consider myself bisexual, so somewhere in the middle. That's normal, healthy sexual behavior. Shoe0nHead also talks about her normal, healthy, adult, with consent, sexual behavior with her boyfriend. And they seem very happy and cute together, and I like their videos together, although I was real jealous when they first got together because they're so cute and they are so happy together. And I was married at the time, and we're broken up now for a long time because it wasn't as good as you guys. It wasn't just that, it's just I was jealous. It was a little hard to watch after a while because I was just too jealous. But I come back and I see you talking to the pedophiles. That's my Bill Cosby impression. Doesn't really apply specifically, but it's in the same area of inappropriate sexual behavior. That's a mild way of saying it because it's much worse than that. But if we're just being scientists and we're trying not to judge the morals, science says that children under 18 cannot consent to sex. And so it's not sex, it's rape. Science says that, and the laws are based on the science and what the people ask for. So that's not about moral judgments. That is like just Jared the subway guy. No, you can't fuck a 14-year-old. You're going to jail. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I guess I don't have any more things to say about that. I just generally want to say thank you to Shoe0nHead for saying something about it. And it does make me feel like maybe I could say something about it too. Because I know a little too much. A little too much. I don't want to have sex with children, but I worry about them, and I worry about what anyone is doing with them anytime they're alone with them and someone else can't see, because I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. And it was like everywhere. Just the sexual problems are very bad there. Repression, and holding your sexuality in so that it comes out like a weird fluke. Okay? And then you think, oh, that's me. I'm into sex with children. Come on. It doesn't work like that. There's scientific research on healthy sexual development, healthy psychology, and there are all these stages of psychosexual growth as you grow up. You're supposed to go through these stages to be healthy when you grow up. So anyone can research that online. It's on Wikipedia. Right? Yes, Freud was obsessed with sex. He told all the stuff he figured out, and it's true. It's just like only when people are repressing it do they think a banana looks like a dick. Okay, the rest of the time you just eat it like a normal banana if you want one, or you cut it up and you don't think about a dick. Okay. Because it's not naughty because you have a dick. Like, oh well, you either got one on your body or you could buy one. You can buy a sex toy that is literally just a dick and have one, and then you don't worry about fruit that way. Doesn't change the fact that if you don't express your sexuality in some healthy, normal manner, it's going to come out in a gross way, okay? So that's what I want to say about that, I guess. And I'm gonna go, and this video sucks. I'm sorry I shake it. And I probably covered up the microphone at some point. So, fuck.